My name's Kirk Brady, and this is my video class on funk guitar rhythm playing we're going to focus on. And I'm going to start out by telling you first the instruments that I'm using for this. This is 1979 Gibson ES347 with Seymour Duncan pickups. And I have the pickups split into single coil, and I'm using them both at the same time. So one coil of the neck pickup, one coil of the bridge pickup on at the same time together. And I'm playing through a little Roland Microcube amplifier with the Jazz Chorus clean setting and a little bit of reverb. Now, the groove that I was playing when I first started was just a sample of a funk type of rhythm, and it's important to know the right kind of chords to play when you're doing a funk tune. Not just playing the right chords as far as what chord belongs in the song at a particular time, but playing it in the right way. The two chords that I was using were an E9 and a B minor 7. And if you don't know how to play the fingerings for those chords, that's something that you really need to pay attention to and make sure you got that. So I'm going to go over that real quick because these are chords that you're going to use all the time in funk guitar playing. So with the E9 chord, when we play that, second finger on the 5th string at the 7th fret, first finger, 4th string, 6th fret, and then third finger barred across the remaining 3 strings at the 7th fret. So played individually, the strings should sound like this. That's E9, and that chord is movable. It doesn't use any open strings. You don't have any open ringing strings to worry about. You can move it all over the neck. And then the other chord I was using was a B minor 7. And the way I'm playing that is just with the top 4 strings, using my first finger barred across the 7th fret. That's how it should sound from low to high. And you hear the movement of this 4th string note between those two chords. In the B minor 7, the 4th string is fretted at the 7th fret, and then for the E9, you fret that string at the 6th fret. So you hear that note moving back and forth. It's very important to hear that, because that defines the two chords. And you'll hear that happen a lot in funk music, funk chord progressions. And your responsibility as a guitar player is to make sure those chords are covered and people can hear that harmony changing. Now, as far as the way that I play those chords, I'm scratching a lot on the strings. You can hear that. And the one reason that these voicings are good, not only because they sound good, but it's easy to control the strings with these voicings because you're touching all of them. You got your hands on all the strings that you're going to be playing. And that's real important. You have to be able to control what those strings are doing, when they're ringing and when they're not ringing, in order to give you that funk, scratchy sound. Basically, all I'm really doing is scratching the strings, and then when I want the chord to come out, I punch it down with my fingers. So I'm just resting my fingers on the strings in the shape of the chord, the E9, and then when I want the chord to come out, I punch down and give a little bit of emphasis with the pick. But I only push down the strings actually when I want the sound of the chord to come out. Otherwise I'm just muting them and scratching. Same thing with the B minor 7. Every time you heard that chord, I was just pushing down. Otherwise, I'm just muting the strings. And the whole groove really comes from the right hand. And that really is the essence of playing funk rhythm guitar. You got to get that groove going, something that lines up with what the drummer and the bass player are playing in the groove of the song. And then you just punch those chords in. A lot of times, you can hook up with whatever the drummer's playing, maybe match what he's doing on the snare, something like that. If you have trouble figuring out where you're going to fit in exactly, that usually works real well. Or you can make up your own rhythm to go in there, as long as it fits with what the rest of the rhythm section is doing. But the main thing that you got to be aware of is a good steady scratching with the right hand, in a good solid rhythm, and punching those chords in with your left hand. And next time we'll talk a little bit about sliding into chords and sliding out of chords and some little fills. I hope you got some good information out of this lesson, and I'll see you next time.